Just go straight to, how do I solve this? What can I do?
Never dwell on your mess ups. Celebrate a little bit. You figure out what you did right. Move on. If everything went wrong, what am I going to do? Learn to make very quick decisions. And when you make the wrong decision, learn to make a fast decision to correct that wrong one. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Winners Club Podcast, number one up-and-coming business podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
And guys, our slogan has always been here at the Winners Club Podcast, where even when you don't win, you learn, and learning is a form of winning. And today, I'm here to teach you guys some things to help you learn, grow, become better. My name is Brian Tran, your host. I got my co-host over there, PJ Padua.
What's up, guys?
And today I want to talk about the 3 not-so-known facts to help you become a better entrepreneur. Now, what are some of the more known ones, guys? Mindset, grit, being able to adapt and always learning. Those things you guys hear all the time. But today I want to talk a little bit more about 3 things that are not so common and dive deep into them as to why you need them to become a better entrepreneur, a better business person. You guys ready?
Hey, I'm ready. I'm excited to learn because entrepreneur is pretty complex.
It's very complex. That's why some people watch this show and they're like, well, you didn't talk about XYZ. Guys, we can sit here for a couple years talking about it.
Yeah.
But, we only have so much time with you guys.
Yeah, and you guys have to put in some work, so we need to let you guys.
And it's case by case. But these are some general stuff I wrote down. But before I begin, let me have a sip of my Monster real quick.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Monster Energy Drink, the official energy drink of the Winners Club Podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, our sound is crispy.
All right. So number 1, I wrote down, is that you have to have short-term memory. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
You need to learn. Now, I'm not saying you should have short-term memory all the time.
Yeah.
But with certain things, you need to be able to quickly forget and move on.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you fail, you're going to fail. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make the wrong decisions. You're going to be, you're going to screw up.
Yeah.
No matter how good you think you are, you're going to screw up. Never dwell on your mess ups.
How long do you think?
You need to quickly, right? You need to just do 2 things. Understand what went wrong, and what are you going to do to never make that mistake again. Then quit. Don't ever bring it up again. I tell people that stuff all the time. People on my team, we fuck up and they go, man, and they just keep talking about it. I'm like, stop. Because you're turning this good energy that we're having, and you keep bringing it up, you're going to drag us down.
Yeah, 100%.
Team morale, the morale of the office is very important, right? High energy, good energy attracts more good energy. The moment you change that, that's when, like, why do things keep happening to me? Why do bad things keep happening to me? Have you ever thought to think about maybe you have set the tone for those things to happen? And I'm not talking about voodoo magic. I'm talking about when you don't feel good, when the energy in the room sucks and everybody's negative, you make wrong decisions. You make one wrong decision after another wrong decision after another. And that's why you keep thinking this bad luck happens to you. Definitely.
It's like waking up in the morning and saying, here we go again. I'm gonna get rejected on all my calls.
Yeah.
You're already setting the tone. So just imagine going to the office and just telling people like, oh man, I'm still upset about last week how I didn't close that deal. It's like, yo, like let's find another deal for you and let's stop talking about it.
You see me, like, honestly, when things go wrong, even in the office, you see me, I'm like, I'm very quick to shrug it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, next one.
Yeah. I know a lot of people, I mean, it's a common thing. I know a lot of people who just for some reason can't, it's a common problem, but people can't get past whatever happened to them in the past, whether failure, even wins too, which is crazy.
Well, we're going to get to that.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get to that. So you got to have short-term memory with your losses. Again, do those 2 things, move on, forget about it. On to the next. Don't dwell. Okay? That's the first thing. But you also need to you do the same with the wins. Okay? You close a big contract. Okay, great. 2 things. You celebrate a little bit. You figure out what you did right. Move on. Because some people, they dwell on the wins and they don't focus on the next thing, which is how do you get more wins? How do you stack your wins? Oh, yeah, how many people do you know, especially in sales, they go, yeah, I closed a big deal. I'm done for the year.
I've heard that
hell?
a lot.
Like, I just closed a $5 million contract. I just made $100,000 for the month. I'm good. I'm going to take my foot off the gas. I'm not going to prospect. And then they wonder why the next month they didn't close any deals.
Yeah.
Short-term memory with that stuff, guys. Look, congratulations, you did good. Pat on the back. Maybe go buy something a little nice, have a good dinner, celebrate. Boom, back in the office, back on the grind.
Yep, 100%.
All right? So that's what you need to do because, having this is very important because I see that be the downfall, and I see people's business go up, down, up, down, up, down because of that.
Yeah.
Short-term memory.
I like it. Super powerful, super specific, but very powerful. I think everybody should implement that in their life, whether you're even an entrepreneur or not. You don't need to be dwelling on the past. You don't need to be dwelling on your wins. You don't want to be the guy who says, back in my day in high school, I was captain of the football team. Well, what are you doing today?
Yeah.
What are you guys doing today? And what I want to add and almost challenge what you're saying about short-term memory for bad situations, a step further that you could even take is not even complain about it at all. Just to go straight resourceful. All right, what can I do? Don't even talk about it. You don't need to mention it because that's just still putting bad energy out there. Just go straight to, how do I solve this? What can I do?
That's right.
100%.
Number two I wrote down is that you always, at the minimum, need to think 7 steps ahead. Every action you take, you should already be role-playing in your head the next 7 steps.
Mm-hmm.
You have to visualize because in business, it's very dynamic, right? Which means that if you sign this contract today, or let's break it back. If I say this at the very bare minimum step, if I say this, the client will say this, and then I'll say this, and then he'll say this.
Yeah.
And then I'll close them with this.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of, just like a script, right? But the other thing is you can't just play checkers. You can't just think one step ahead because you're going to get caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
So as one of the traits or skills that you have to have is start running through all the scenarios.
Yeah.
Right? If you open a second location, for example, what's that going to do for my managers? Are they going to be able to manage it? Mm-hmm. Okay, who's going to run it? What's going to happen if they don't run it? Do I have enough time in the day to navigate both stores, for example?
Yeah.
That's what I thought of when we opened Rise and Grind 1, Rise and Grind 2, and then Rise and Grind 3, and then Honey Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to play out that whole scenario in my head to where if everything went wrong or if XYZ went wrong, what am I going to do?
I like that. So you're saying that people should be 7 steps ahead, up and down, whether it's good or bad. Play out those scenarios.
Everything.
I like
You
it.
have to run through all of them because that way, when something doesn't go your way, you're not reactive. You're proactive.
Of course.
Okay? When you're reactive, for example, when you're pinned against a wall, you make rash decisions. You make decisions that, are not well thought out.
Yeah.
That can actually be detrimental.
Yeah.
See, I'm not too worried about a lot of things because, like I said, I talk to myself, I visualize, I write things down, I have contingency plans. So I'm like, when I'm pushed against the wall, I already have that scenario run through my head to where I know that this is the best plan of action because I've thought it through.
You almost expected it.
And it still may not be the best plan of action, I'll be honest with you.
Of course.
But at least I gave it more thought and I was able to be a little bit more proactive.
You were aware and you expected it's either going to go good or bad.
That's right.
A lot of people just expect things are going to go great.
This is actually a bonus one because it just came to my head.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next step, the next tip is that you have to learn to make very quick decisions.
Yeah.
Because most people I know in business space that don't do well, they take forever to make a decision.
Yeah.
They get into this analysis paralysis and they don't get and they end up not doing anything. They don't move forward or back.
Yeah.
And as you know, if you're not moving forward, you're actually moving. Life is going to pass you by and business keeps going and you're actually way behind, further behind. So learn to make very quick decisions. And when you make the wrong decision, learn to make a fast decision to correct that wrong one. And it sounds crazy because I just told you you don't want to be reactive and you don't want to be reactive.
Yeah.
You want to be proactive. When you prepare and think 7 steps ahead, that allows you to make quicker decisions.
I like that.
You see, don't make quick decisions playing checkers 1 step at a time because that's how you get into the wrong. You go into the wrong direction and go down.
For sure.
But when you already planned everything out, dude, that's why I can make quick decisions. Because I planned
100%.
it out. I'm like, okay, if I take A, this is going to happen. So, boom, I ran the scenario. A, B, and C. C's the worst. B might 50-50 chance. A seems to have the highest probability of working out. Boom, let's go A. A didn't work out. Shoot. All right, what was my contingency plan after that? And I'm able to move quick, pivot very fast, especially in a market like today where things are like, recession, banks failing.
Yeah.
Like, run through those scenarios. Act quick. Move quick.
Guys, this is some powerful tips. These are real gems. Like, you guys will never get this in any other situation. This is an entrepreneur who's been doing this, telling you exactly how to do it. And if you don't understand, please play it back. Because like we said, entrepreneurship is complex, but Brian just laid out the blueprint for you guys. I want to ask you, Brian, you're saying a lot of stay 7 steps ahead, react quick. There's also another thing I want to get your opinion on. People do say, a lot of entrepreneurs, they say, figure it out as you go. What do you think about that when it comes to the entrepreneurship
When
space?
people say figure it out as you go, it still requires some planning. Meaning, like, you don't just go head in. Like, in the beginning, you might.
Yeah.
Because you don't have anything. But let's say, like, once you become a more seasoned entrepreneur, you don't just jump into things. Like, going with what you said. So, repeat the question again.
Well, I just want to know your opinion, because I've heard a lot of people say you don't need to have everything figured out. Just figure it out as you go.
Okay, figure it out.
And maybe that might be a very beginner thing. I think that's what you're trying to say. And as you grow, or even if you want to be better from the start, have that, but also have your 7 steps prepared. What do you think?
Okay, so
you've heard it before, right?
Of course, but that's why context is so important. But let's give you 2 examples. Figure it out as you go is very important if you're just starting out. I would say yes. If you don't have nothing and you guys are thinking about jumping into this entrepreneur space, whatever it may be, sales or opening a store, whatever it is, I would say yeah. Like, have faith in yourself. Do as much research as you can on YouTube and stuff like that. But at some point, you got to make the leap of faith. Try it. You're gonna fail. Fail forward. Okay. 100%. I agree. If in that situation, let's go.
Yeah.
In the second situation, where let's say where I am at right now, where I'm doing okay. I'm all right. I have multiple businesses doing well. I won't jump into a new industry and try to just figure it out.
Yeah.
Because now I have more to lose, but also there's a better way of doing it. Because now I have the capital to hire consultants.
Yeah.
To hire the right partners, to bring on the right people to run that particular business. So I have a luxury that beginners don't.
Yeah.
So don't just jump in.
Yeah.
I have the time. I have the number one, I got to figure out if I even have the bandwidth.
Yeah.
But that's different now. You see what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
That's why, like, it's not a one size fit all kind of
For
glove,
sure.
especially with certain statements like that.
Yeah, I think that's some good, really good insight. Just filling in there. I just wanted to ask because they're all kind of contradicting in a sense.
Yeah, but
which is what we
it's
just
contradicting
said.
because, like, in an argument, if we were to have an argument and another entrepreneur was right here, we can argue all day, but it all boils down to someone's situation and the context and where they are in life. That's why when people ask me, like, hey, what should I do? Bro, I can't tell you what to do because I don't, like, you just come up to me. I don't know where you are financially. I don't know what your life looks like. I don't know anything. So,
for sure, like life, like business and like in entrepreneurship, there's no perfect answer.
No.
These are all tips, guys. So take it with a grain of salt.
Take it and then try to apply it to your life and run through those 7 steps
For sure.
and see if this is gonna work out. But if you But there are some cases where I'm looking at some people who I'm like, dude, if you just did this,
Yeah.
it would change your life.
Yeah.
But that's not always, like I said, not always the case.
For sure. I think anybody could take a little bit of here, a little bit of there, and everything, single thing that you said, and will 100% come out successful. So let's transition to the next topic, Brian. What else you got for us?
The last one, guys, just for the sake of the podcast, I can go on and on. But the last thing is that you got to understand that you have to, as an entrepreneur, you have to treat yourself like a battery. Mm-hmm. You're an energy. You're a ball of energy. And you have to learn to protect your energy, because once you're running multiple companies and you have a lot of employees and you have a lot of business opportunities, you're going to start running into people that want to suck your energy. And there are other people that will refuel your energy. And you need to learn who those people are so you can be around the right people more often. Because, guys, if you don't learn to protect your energy, that's when you burn out.
Yeah.
When people talk about burnout, that's one of the reasons. Like, you're not being around people that are lifting you up. You're actually being around people that require you to lift them up.
Yeah.
You might pull your back like me. You know what I mean? Just deadlifting. But that's what it is.
Deadlifting 1,000 pounds.
So protect your energy. Like, I am probably the happiest right now ever. And no, I'm not the richest guy. No, I'm not crushing it in business like some of my other peers. Like, but I'm happy because I'm around people that I love to be around.
Yeah.
We make money together. It's one big F around. Like, we just literally go around and make money and enjoy. And like, dude, people would kill for my life right now.
For sure.
Like, I love waking up. People are like, why are you still working?
For sure.
Because my work is not really work.
Yeah.
I get to come here, shoot podcasts with you, share my knowledge. I get to go, yesterday, Brandon and Ray, whenever I got bored or whenever I was like, dude, this is not feeling it. It's feeling too mechanical. We stopped and got coffee, chopped it up, hit some jokes. Okay. And then go looked at another property. And then on the way home, we're like, dude, all right, I'm kind of tired. Let's pull over for more coffee, get some food, and go home. It's like, it's just one big hangout, but we're making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Imagine if Ray and Brandon were bad seeds too.
Oh, bro,
that would be bad.
Be in the office. I wouldn't want to go.
They'd be like, hey, stop working so hard. Let's go party. Let's go to the club.
Like, how many of you guys go to work and you hate it? You ever thought about why?
Dude,
how many times do you go to a party that you don't even want to go to,
dude?
And you leave that party regretting going.
All right,
there.
well, let me chime in, because that was me, definitely 100%. The only reason why I hated working, because before this I used to work at Tesla, and I hated working at Tesla, like, really not because of the work. I didn't really care. It wasn't that bad, but the thing that really drove me nuts was the people that I was surrounded of. Like, my energy was vulnerable in a situation like that, where people are just saying crazy stuff like, oh, why are you trying to read at work? Why are you trying? I mean, that's kind of weird still, but why are you trying to read? Why are you trying to, dream big? Or why are you trying to, like, do this, that? Like, just so many, like, inputs of just negative stuff that, I have to get out. I have to get out.
And that's the thing too, right? Like, this is for the entrepreneurs that can dictate the space.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, I don't bring in people that I don't like being around into my organization. But in your situation where you're kind of an employee, and let's say you don't have the option to quit that job yet,
for sure,
then that's when you need to learn to block it out and protect your energy.
100%.
Learn to just drown out those words and be very quick to forget what they said, and don't go hang out with them. Don't go out drinking with them and whatever the case is. Like, you don't want to be around that too much.
You know what I did when I would hear some negative stuff or just some bad energy? I would hop on my forklift and I would just drive away. That's it. That was me protecting my energy.
Yeah.
How to limit it. So,
guys, that's it for the tips. I hope this is helpful. I hope this basically take it, put it against what you believe in, and see what comes out of it. And I'm going to wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Do us a favor, guys. Share this podcast if it was helpful with some of your friends. Give us a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys watching, subscribing. Our numbers are going up.
Yes, sir.
And, man, I'm having so much fun doing this for you guys. That's it for me. PJ, anything else?
That's it, man. Another fire episode. Hey, apply these tips, guys, because he was telling the truth. Been through it all. So, see you guys in the next one. Share this. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.